too small to live. Later will be the same. Mothers and fathers have pity on me. Never worse the trouble. Nobody can use me. Today it's too early. Tomorrow it's too late. I'm nobody, and I'll be nobody. I'm nobody, and I'll be nobody. I'm nobody, and I'll be nobody. And you don't love nothing anymore. I only have one dress, it grows thin, it turns pale. I only have this hair that somebody once loved. I'm nobody, and I'll be nobody. I'm nobody, and I'll be nobody. I'm nobody, and I'll be nobody. And you don't love nothing anymore.
This is a poem written to my daughter the day after she was born. The title, Now That I Am Forever with Child. How the days went while you were blooming within me. I remember each upon each, the swelling, changed planes of my body, and how you first fluttered, then jumped, and I thought it was my heart. How the days wound down in the turning of winter, I recall, with you, growing heavy against the wind. I thought, now her hands are formed, now her hair has started to curl, now her teeth are done, now she sneezes. Then the seed opened. I bore you one morning, just before spring. My head rang like a fiery piston. My legs were towers between which a new world was passing. Since then, I can only distinguish one thread within running hours. You, flowing through cells toward you.
They don't stop me, they let me go. They say nothing can happen. Everything comes, everything circles endlessly around the ghost. Blood is the hardest. Blood is like stone. Sometimes I think I can't go on. What a lovely ball, red and round and all. Wonder if it comes when called. Don't you think it's strange, drifting together, swimming apart, how nice. Blood is the hardest. Blood is like stone. Sometimes I think I can't go on. Blood is the hardest. Blood is like stone.
Love poem. Speak, earth, and bless me with what is richest. Make sky flow honey out of my hips, rigid as mountains spread over a valley carved out by the mouths of rain. And I knew when I entered her, I was high wind in her forest dark hollows, no fingers whispering sound legends to bring them back to women from the into their bodies at dawn, haled on a lance of palm skeleton children at bands of her breast up on her navel. We'll find our womanhood in their eyes as they cry, and some newborn will love
and that was not patient. I saw that come, what an ugly sight. And I watched them take and take what wasn't mine.
Sisters, I have seen you spit on my image behind your own mirror, but you screamed for me when the night cut out your young.
Then was mine, and mine alone, not even grief, not even shame. Fate takes everything but happiness. The pain, my face left me empty. It's not your fault, it's not my fault. We've all said nothing but patience, and that was not patience. I saw that come, what an ugly sight. And I watched them take and take and take and take what wasn't mine.
The last poem is Solstice, which is a call to power. We forgot to water the plantain shoots when our houses were full of borrowed meat, and our stomachs with the gifts of strangers who laugh now as they pass us, because our land is barren. The farms are choked with stunted rows of straw, and with our nightmares of juicy brown yams that cannot fill us. The roofs of our houses rot from last winter's water, but our drinking pots are broken. We have used them to mourn the deaths of old lovers. The next rain will wash our footprints away, and our children have married beneath them. Our skins are empty. They have been vacated by the spirits who are angered by our reluctance to feed them. In baskets of straw, made from sleep grass and the droppings of civets, they have been hidden away by our mothers who are waiting for us by the river. My skin is tightening. Soon I shall shed it like a monitor lizard, like remembered comfort at the new moon's rising. I will eat the last signs of my weakness, remove the scars of old childhood wars, and dare to enter the forest whistling. Like a snake that has fed the chameleon for changes, I shall be forever. May I never remember reasons for my spirit's safety. May I never forget the warning of my woman's flesh weeping at the new moon. May I never lose that terror that keeps me brave. May I owe nothing I cannot repay.
Underneath man ako. Mag-iisang libong tao na kailangan kong mag-ayuno. Ang sarap ng buhay, sarap-sarap, sobrang sarap. Ang saya sa mundo, saya-saya, sobrang saya.
Rape poem. It doesn't have a fancier title. There is no difference between being raped and being pushed down a flight of cement steps, except that the wounds also bleed inside. There is no difference between being raped and being run over by a truck, except that afterwards men asked if you enjoyed it. There is no difference between being raped and being bit on the ankle by a rattlesnake, except that people ask if your skirt was short and why were you out alone anyhow. There is no difference between being raped and going head first through a windshield, except that afterward you are afraid, not of cars, but half the human race. The rapist is your boyfriend's brother. He sits beside you in the movies eating popcorn. Rape fattens on the fantasies of the normal male like a maggot in garbage. Fear of rape is a cold wind blowing all of the time on a woman's hunchback, never to stroll alone a sand road through pine wood, never to climb a trail across a bald without that aluminum in the mouth when I see a man climbing toward me. Never to open the door to a knock without that razor just grazing the throat. The fear of the dark side of hedges, the backseat of the car, the empty house rattling keys like a snake's warning. The fear of the smiling man in whose pocket is a knife. The fear of the serious man in whose fist is locked hatred. All it takes to cast a rapist is to see your body as jackhammer, as blowtorch, as adding machine gun. All it takes is hating that body, your own, yourself, your muscle that softens the flab. All it takes is to push what you hate, what you fear, onto the soft alien flesh, to bucket out invincible as a tank armored with treads without senses, to rip up pleasure, to murder those who dare live in the leafy flesh open to love.
I am blind, it's a curse. I am blind, a heavy thing. I am blind, a contradiction. I am blind. I place my hand on the arm of a man, my gray hand on the gray of his gray, and he leads me through empty spaces, and he leads me through nothing but void. I am blind, it's a farce. I am blind, an awful thing. I am blind, a malediction. I am blind. sound is not like the sound from stone on stone. I alone live and suffer and make noise. Inside me there's an endless scream, and I don't know if it's my heart or intestine. I am blind, it's a farce. I am blind, a heavy thing. I am blind, a malediction. I am blind, I am blind, I am blind. It's a farce, it's a curse, it's a malediction, it's a contradiction, it's an awful thing. I am blind, I am blind, I am blind, I am blind. It's a curse, it's a farce, it's a malediction, it's a contradiction, it's an awful thing.
This is a poem called Unclench Yourself, sort of a personal magic type poem. Unclench yourself. Open, love, open. I tell you we are able. I tell you we are able. Now and then gently with hands and feet, cold even as fish, to curl into a tangle and grow a single hide, slowly to unknit all other skin and rest in flesh, and rest in flesh entire. Come all the way in, love. It is a river with a strong current, but its brown waters will not drown you. Let go. Do not hold out your head. The current knows the bottom better than your feet. You will find that in this river we can breathe and underwater find small gardens and bright fish, too tender for the air.
Моя душа, может, правильная, может, славная, но она не сделает мое сердце правым. Но сумасшедшая кровь жжет изнутри, а оттуда вся боль. Нет ни сада, ни постельного облачения, никуда идти, никуда мечтать. Она цепляется, острый скелет, испуганно взмахнув крыльями. Почему Бог не выбросит меня? Тяжелые руки, ленивые ноги. Почему Бог не выбросит меня? Это злые лица, тяжелые сердца. Сердце было пально светом. Тебе я грустная и старая и сношенная, как гадкая жаба после дождя. И даже псам все равно. Почему Бог не выбросил